Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro is being discussed as one of Harris's potential running mates. He also endorsed her tonight. In your view, what are the pros and cons for putting him on the ticket?
Well, he's certainly under consideration. I know that from key Harris allies. He's a first-term governor. He's Jewish. There could be some risks in putting him on the ticket, but certainly some of our voters here in Pennsylvania said, hey, we like Governor Shapiro, give him a look.
He's Jewish, so it might be some risks. Let's think that through. If you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he meant that the war in Gaza and his stances on certain things, domestic policies around that could be a vulnerability. But the right is taking that to say that this proves there's a massive anti-Semitism problem within the Democratic Party itself. Here's Steve Guest, who is a right-wing operative and worked for multiple members of Congress in the Republican Party. CNN's John King reports that Democrats are concerned that Pennsylvania Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro's Jewish faith is a risk if he is on Kamala Harris's ticket. The anti-Semitism in the Democratic Party is wild. Jeff Jacoby, another conservative commentator, said, running through pros and cons of potential Dem candidates, John King says matter-of-factly, he's Jewish. There could be some risk in putting him on the ticket. Reaction from Anderson Cooper, not a word, doesn't even blink. In America today, anti-Semitism on the left is a given.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
Is this criticism of his comments fair?
Guys, have there been a lot of Jewish presidents? As a Hebrew, I think it is not wildly crazy to say that there might be in America anti-Semitism, and that anti-Semitism is enough to consider selecting a Jewish running mate as a risk. You need look no further than when Lieberman was chosen by Gore. That's what they said. Were you talking about anti-Semitism within the Democratic Party then? And also, like, your concern is not within the Democratic Party. Your concern about anti-Semitism is among just general electorate, which you need to win. These are just things that are on the table when you're discussing someone. And then I think it's similar to when you say, would you have Gretchen Whitmer? It's another woman. Would you say that a 2-woman ticket is too much? These are just the general prevailing sense of paranoia that you have when you're wondering whether choosing a vice presidential pick will submarine everything you have to say. I mean, Shapiro is more conservative on Israel stuff than say AOC is, sure, but then so are most people that are up there. It's just a matter of whether you want to hang a lantern on it by having a Jewish candidate in this environment. Just identity politics is something people can't really look away. Trump's a billionaire, Kamala Harris is a woman, she's black, like Barack Obama's black, Joe Biden's old. These are the kinds of things you're saying when you're vetting a candidate, especially in the middle of a sentence you moved on from if you're John King, who is, by the way, not like emblematic of a Democratic partisan.
Yeah. I think if we're giving him the benefit of the doubt, he's just laying out how they would look at every candidate, what the risks are. It's all about ticket balancing. That's why you had Obama and Biden, and that's why you had Biden and Harris. The party that didn't balance the ticket this cycle is Trump and Vance. You have 2 MAGA guys. Like the last election, or the last time he was in office, it was Trump and Pence, who were 2 very different candidates to appeal to different segments of the voter base. So this is how they look at things. Identity is often part of it, especially over the last several cycles. So I don't know if it would be a as big of a vulnerability. I'm sure it would be some. I would also hope, maybe I'm too aspirational, it wouldn't be that big of an issue among independents or liberals. I think that I would hope you would see a big, hope isn't the best word. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I would expect that'd be a bigger problem on the right where you just have some really vile alt-right neo-Nazi segments who are explicitly anti-Semitic.
Right now, this is Fox flail. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing right wingers who are terrified that they don't have the Biden's too old argument to make. And so they are looking for the middle of a sentence by Harry Enton's grandfather, John King, to like the guy who's he's still around Fox News clanking or CNN clanking around there. They're grabbing one word out of the middle of a sentence to try to, please God, can I make a news cycle out of it? It is pathetic. I'm here for it. I hope it lasts forever.
Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.